that keeps you updated on all the nerdy news you need to know. Right here from our very own break room, live in a secret location that Eric
Never
Don't
ever.
do it! Don't do it! Coming up on today's show, we're talking about Kamran's true intentions.
Cruel intentions.
Some true, cruel intentions. Hey, why are the Russos being so secretive? What do they got to hide? Secrets? Was there a third Russo who's dead? And we got some updates on Dune 2. Yes. Dune! So stick around for all those awesome things. I'm joined today by an amazing cast as always. We got Tommy Bechtold.
Hey, and you know what? I'm going to use this time for twofold things. One, happy birthday, Bryce. I told you I'd wish you a happy birthday, and I did. Happy belated. Hope you ate so much cake that your jeans didn't fit today. Secondly, the break room is now on TikTok, baby. That's right. At @the_breakroom. We are on TikTok. Apologies for my hair. I don't know what's going on. Jessica massacred me here. You can see I have 2 different sideburns. I have been living my life like this. I went into CVS. They asked me to leave. All right.
The first person ever kicked out of a CVS.
That's right. There was a man just drinking schnapps in the middle of the CVS. He got to stay. Now, the break room is now on TikTok. Can you just scroll that little prompting boy?
Sorry.
No. Follow us for even more break room content, and we've noticed how much love you all, okay, sorry. We noticed how much you guys all love isolating clips of the show, especially on our Discord, and we do appreciate that. So we've decided, let's make it into a contest. Throughout the week, we want you to submit your favorite break room clips in our Discord, and at the end of the week, we will play our favorite clip of the week as we close out our Friday show. Hit that exclamation point clips for more info on this contest. Keep clipping, baby. Keep clipping and no tripping.
No tripping. We also have Jessica Clemons on the show. No, it's okay.
I had to get all that out.
Give us a half hour.
I can't, but thank you. Hi.
Oh, okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Just a hi?
I don't know. I don't
That's
know
all right.
what to say.
That's beautiful. And Erica Wusso is here as well. Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Yes.
Hey, reporting live from the dark side of the moon. That's where the studio is.
Oh, yes. Hidden on the Burbank side of the moon.
Yes. Just near the Zanku chicken. No,
submit those clips on the Discord. There's a whole chat Slack for it. I don't know how Discord works. I'm an old man.
You just have to be 18 plus to join our Discord.
That's right. You got to be above 18 to join our Discord.
And real quick, if I can, camera 4. On me. You got me? The red light's not on, so I get nervous.
It's not on.
It's not on me. Can I have camera 4, please?
I'm not going to give it to you.
John, what are you eating, a salad? What's going on here? I want to apologize for the introduction of the host. I panicked. I saw on the teleprompter, it said Tommy pitched the TikTok. And I just went on, and we really should have just introduced everyone, and then I could have talked about the TikTok, and it would have been normal. But now, what happened was I was distracted because I was thinking about how undeserving our audience is that we even have a TikTok. You're trash bags. You're garbage people. You haven't given $1 yet for this show, okay? The Super Chat's at 0 for this week. Guess what? We're going to be doing some redemptions, and I better see some money in there, or Uncle T is going to be pretty upset, okay? Back to the show.
And if you are marveling at Tommy's hair today, if you weren't around last week, I don't know where you were, but we did a little special redemption. Tommy got a haircut live on the show, courtesy of Jessica, who I think did a great job.
Oh, yeah, salon quality.
Very good stuff. That's the kind of wackiness that can happen here on the break room. And today, we've got a whole new chat redemption for you.
Someone called it a brohawk.
A brohawk. Oh, that's a pretty good brohawk.
I like it.
For today's redemption, and I'm frightened about it, we're doing the Chubby Bunny Confession Challenge. And not to put any weight issues on our rabbit friends. If you're not familiar with the game Chubby Bunny, you try to choke yourself to death. And that's what we're going to do here today on the break room for you people. For every $100 you give through Super Chats or what have you, one of us will confess to a past misdeed deep, deep from the darkest regions of our life, while just popping marshmallows in our mouth to see we'll push the limits of our trachea to God knows what.
Yeah.
I really hope we survive.
I've been
this
called
week.
the throat goat before, so let's see if I can live up to that.
I don't want to know what that even means.
Ooh.
The super chats are already rolling in.
Google throat goat.
Please do not Google.
With
See
safe
Michael
search on.
Bechtold.
I'm sorry, Grogu throat goat.
No, please, whatever you do not do that. So that is our chat redemption for today. Are we
Great.
doing anything crazy for the week?
I actually have a pretty exciting announcement again, and I promise to make this a little briefer. I have gotten permission from my break roomers, my break homies, my breakies, my roomies. If we pass $1,000 total this week, so we have a stretch goal,
Okay.
$1,000, they will let me turn Monday, the day after Comic-Con ends, into Tomicon. That's right.
Oh.
The break room will be transformed into Tomicon. There will be panels, guests, cosplay, announcements. And I'll tell you this, if we get to 1,000, I'll do Tomicon and it'll be fine. But every dollar over 1,000, I'm gonna go bigger. I'm talking, I will bring actual celebrities in here. I will go out of pocket my personal money for exclusives. We'll send away things to winners. I will have merch. There'll be merch announcements if we raise more money. But if you landed just on 1,000, I'm still gonna give you a good experience. I'm like a call girl, okay? For 1,000, you're still gonna have a good time. 1,500, I'll take you to heaven.
No kissing, though.
No kissing on the mouth.
No kissing.
You can kiss my
You
arm.
said the word Tomicon, and Jessica literally died, like inside and out.
Yeah, that's
It
fine.
li-
Jessica
it
doesn't
literally
like me.
killed
It's
her.
no problem. We've
not
already
that-
established
Not
this.
that I don't like him. A convention of Tommy would be so mean to me. Tommy bullies me so much.
Well, that's
as
funny
is.
because I have actually our first announcement. Our first panel at Tomicon is a showcase called The Celebration of Jessica Clemons. It is a 3-minute video montage that I have already started working on about all that Jessica does for me as a friend and as a host on this show. So that's our first announcement. If we greenlit Tomicon, there will be a panel called A Celebration of Jessica Clemons. I realize that sounds like a wake.
It was also 3 minutes. It was
Yeah.
very tight for that video.
It's a tight 3. We
They
don't have a
usually
lot
give
of
you an hour for the hall.
We don't have a lot of time.
We don't got a lot of time. I mean, Jessica, he's already cosplaying as you.
Yeah, you guys-
Yeah, you
Yeah,
already
that's
stole
fine.
my look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to look like Jessica today, check out newrockstarsmerch.com where you can get all our great merch options. But we don't have time to talk about merch. We got to talk about headlines.
Yeah.
First headline, and this one sounds like something from an ad lib. Deadline is reporting that Peter Dinklage is set to join the growing ensemble of Lionsgate's Hunger Games prequel, Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Dinklage will play Casca Highbottom, Dean of the Academy. Like I said, it sounds like a word mishmash salad.
Oh, come on. We all know Casca Highbottom, Dean of the Academy.
Do you think this is going to revive the Hunger Games?
I mean, the cast is pretty good. I think they have the girl from West Side Story is in it. Like, I saw there were
Which girl?
Rachel Ziegler.
Was it Rachel Maddow?
Rachel Maddow.
Yes.
And by the way, everyone in the chat saying this isn't a real mohawk. Do you understand how much crap I put in my hair to get it to
we
stand
tried
up?
to get it.
We
We're
tried so
not-
much. This is what it looks like naturally, okay? This is what's happening. I'm like
Also-
Willie at the end of Free Willy. I'm sad. I'm in captivity. My dorsal fin has flopped. Jessica tried her best. She cut my hair with a beard trimmer. Listen, I tried. We tried. It's not a great mohawk.
Listen,
I
that fin is
understand that.
spinning. It's standing up on its own.
Do you understand? I have to live my life like this now. So please, for all of you complaining that you got grifted about the mohawk, I got grifted by this faux hawk.
Next headline. Hey, Dune's Twitter feed has confirmed that production on Dune 2 has officially begun. Let's get excited, you rude Duners out there.
Yeah.
It's happening. We're going to see more sandworms, more other Dune stuff.
I can't
I didn't
wait
read the book.
You said other dunes.
I bet you there'll be sand.
For a month there when Dune was out and I was reading all about it, I knew everything, and now I've forgotten completely everything about that story. But I am super excited for the next Dune.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new Dune, Dune 2 cruise control.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I'm shocked that production is just now starting. I mean, I know it wasn't greenlit till like January, but it's like, I thought they'd be ready to go.
Yeah.
I looked at his hair and it's just so funny. I'm sorry.
Perry Clemons. Are you related to a Perry Clemons?
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought all
You could
Clemonses
be.
were related.
You could be.
Not all of them.
Next headline. In a casting exclusive, Rafael Casal from Blindspotting is set for a major role in the upcoming second season of Disney Plus's Marvel series Loki. This is coming from Deadline. A rep for Marvel declined to comment. Shocking. But word of Castle's casting started trickling out when a photo from the set of season 2 leaked online. It features Castle walking alongside Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. Walking confirmed in Loki season 2. Exciting stuff.
They were walking with Wilson. Walking right before they greenlit Dune 2.
It's true.
Walking with Wilson. Do you really feel the way I do? Camera 4, thank you.
Next headline. Buried in an article about Disney Plus's 2023 MCU slate is the revelation that Secret Invasion will debut sometime in 2023.
But when? I thought we already knew that. I guess that's what that. I thought that had been said in one of their weird graphics they put out.
I was pretty sure they said it. I guess
Yeah.
there's this. It's still set for 2023. Good news.
so
Great
many
news.
secrets around this, even in the title.
I mean, everything's going to change. We're not going to trust anybody anymore. Here's your next headline. Josh Horowitz tweeted out a video confirming that the Russo brothers are not directing Secret Wars, or at least they haven't had any discussions about it, which I do not believe at all. You don't think that the Russo brothers had at least one discussion at Marvel about Secret Wars?
They already talked
it.
about it.
They talked about wanting to do it, but
They,
did they get the job?
No. Well, did they bring it up? Yes. And also, what does Marvel do time and time again? Lie. They always say, like, oh, I'm not going to be in this movie. And then they appear in said movie. Liam Neeson did it. Kang did it. Andrew Garfield did it. Toby did it. Everybody's done it. I think they're gonna try to touch it. Also, it's like, I don't want to see Secret Wars done by honestly anyone else. Because I do want it to be a two-parter movie. They do good two-parters. They're really good at making sure everything is accomplished. They're gonna.
I mean, I think it's got to be more than a two-parter movie.
Yeah, we
There's
talked
a
about
lot
this.
to it.
Everyone in the chat said over 2, and I was I've never seen a 3-part
Marvel movie?
Well, like I have, but like Marvel movie. If we're gonna, would you? Yeah, like all the Avengers, you would count it. You'd count it. I guess there's just so many in between that I count them as singles.
Yeah.
So, but this seems like it would come one right after the other.
Yeah, you'd have
so
to,
that's
like,
the part where I'm like,
back it all up.
ooh, 3 parts. 3
It's
parts,
tough.
3 hours each, probably.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's Lord of the Rings all over again.
Epics, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this trilogy.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many superheroes, so many supervillains.
You're excited about the prospect.
Oh, baby.
I'm just trying to get. It's Monday. I feel the energy in here. We got to fill the room, guys. They need us. Everyone's trying to wake up on this Monday. We're all trying to turn up.
Hey.
Let's get excited.
Once we hit that chubby bunny, I'm gonna chub the
I
buns.
think there's a real
Buns the
calm.
chub.
There's a real calm before the storm feeling here, right? Like
We're all
like,
afraid of choking
Hey,
to death.
if you guys want to see me choke to death right now, you
guys,
better get that.
$60 so we can choke Jessica, okay? On camera for the first time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We ran a poll asking if you think Secret Wars.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Where do you want me to start? We'll get to it in the ad read.
God.
We ran a poll asking, do you think Secret Wars works better as a Disney Plus series or movie? 61% said movie. I think we would all agree with that because so far all of the series, not even just Marvel series, but even like the Star Wars series, they don't feel like a movie, right? They don't have the moviness of it.
Yeah.
There's always a part where you're like, this is a TV show.
Yeah. Wait a second.
I want a
There's a guy in
movie.
jeans in this
Yeah,
Mandalorian episode.
I recognize that set from the Universal backlot. Like, what's going on here?
Bruce the Shark from Jaws.
Yeah,
Dressed as
come
a
on,
Jawa.
guys. Come on, guys. We want the real movie stuff. Miss Marvel's Rish Shah gave an interview to The Hollywood Reporter in which he insisted that his character Kamran had pure intentions on the show. Of course he would say this. He said, quote, as far as I'm aware, he was never duping her. This is Kamran speaking about Kamala. He was never trying to play Kamala. And prior to some of the changes that were made later on in the script and during the reshoots, was probably a bit clearer. But in my mind, that was always the case. So this is kind of him saying that, like, at no point was he trying to dupe her. He's blaming his mom for it. It sounds like.
I mean, that's what I've done for 38 years. Just blame your mom for everything.
There you go.
Yeah,
Why can't you
therapy.
commit? I got mommy issues.
But this is what someone would say if they were duping someone. Though.
That's true.
He's not going to give it away.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Are you saying this is an incepted dupe?
This is a double dupe. We're being double duped.
We're being double duped?
We're
A
being
double
double
duped and
duped.
double scoop.
Is it? I was gonna say this is the scoop on the double dupe.
The
Yeah.
scoop of the double dupe. What does my mom say? She says, "You got the okie doke.
Oh, yeah.
You just been okie." Is it a black
Classic
mom thing?
Yeah.
black vernacular.
Is it a black vernacular?
The Opie-
My
the
mom
okey-doke.
says, "You got the okie doke." I'm like, damn.
I
got the okie
I say okie dokie artichoke. I made it white.
Oh, see you.
I made it
guys always
white.
do this.
White appropriation. That's a problem. That's a problem.
And
That's not
finally,
okay.
according to the Marvel's updates on Twitter, Miss Marvel directors Adil Al-Arbi and Bilal Fallah revealed that the finale's post-credit scene, the one where we saw Carol appear in the closet, swap places, that was actually shot by the Marvel's director, Nia DaCosta, which is very interesting, probably because she's there, she's working with the actress at the time.
Right.
So they must have got on the set.
I think that's
Marvel.
a secret backdoor confirmation that the Khan family and their house is a location in that film.
Oh, okay.
Probably something we could have guessed anyhow.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
I think that makes me all the more confident we're getting more Papa Khan, who is my
I hope so.
absolute favorite.
Papa
Khan.
Papa Khan. That's funny though. I was just even thinking about it. Like that scene did look a little different. The room did look a little different there. Huh?
There was,
There was so much
might be
room.
wrong. I might be completely wrong,
Okay.
but I did as soon as I saw Carol Danvers show up, I was like, there wasn't that much Carol Danvers in that room. There was like, because they also had like the hay. They had the hay.
Yeah, it was more like a scene
emote.
from Seven, where she was just obsessed with her.
Yeah. so-
Lock of hair, blood.
the Pepe Sylvia. They they had it everywhere. But I might go back and look at it because I remember being like, I was like, she had a lot of Avengers stuff, not only Carol Danvers everywhere. Either way, dude, I'm not.
Tell
I'm
it to
gonna,
me,
I'm gonna
dude.
say, okay, I'll say it and then I'll say it.
Okay.
In a recent interview with the Empire, Miss Marvel producer Sarah Amanat details how they've been wanting to connect Kamala to being a mutant since 2012 to 2013. I was in high school. Then saying we originally wanted to make her a mutant.
Flex.
All right, odd flex.
High
It
school flex.
wasn't
right?
a flex. I was just like, damn, that was ages ago.
I was in high school too, but I was 30.
Tommy was in a high school being asked to leave.
Yeah, wait,
I was being escorted out of a high school.
Wait for Chubby Bunny to confess.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, right. We still need $60 more, you cowards. What's going on here? It was like,
After you made
Monday,
that
I
show
spent all my
video.
money drinking over the weekend. Thank you, John Lee, for your courage to give $4.99. Thank you.
Okay, well, in 2012 and 2013, then saying we originally wanted to make her a mutant. That was the whole intention, to be able to do that. In the series, they were able to get back to that initial idea. So it had me wondering after watching Voss's breakdown and thinking about it. I'm not saying this is what I want, you guys. Don't get mad at me. Do you think we've been asking for X-Men? We've been asking for X-Men, but we're seeing only mutation. Is there likely a chance we won't get the X-Men, but we'll get the Marvel characters announced as mutants, like Kamala? So going forward, any new kind of character, even Monica, maybe we're just gonna say they're the mutants, but we're not going to get the
Full
X-Men.
capital X.
Yes.
I don't think we need a Charles Xavier-led team of extraordinarily gifted youth for like 6 more years. I'm fine with having mutants slowly emerge into the MCU without it being like, it's X-Men again, right? Like, it's like, we can have let's build towards the X-Men. Let's have Phase 8 be the X-Men, you know? Like, why do we gotta have the X-Men right away just because we own them? You know, it's like when you buy a box of baseball cards in the pack. You don't need to rip all the packs open all at once. Savor them. Savor those X-Men. Keep Gambit sealed up for a while. Gem Mint Gambit, sealed up, and put it in your closet and sell it on eBay when you need rent money or you're starving for booze.
In that order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with getting X-Men eventually. It just seems like the bracket for how the movies are going, we're probably going to touch on Young Avengers before we do that. So I think it's going to be more than 6 years. But I think when people were stuck on at the San Diego Comic-Con where Kevin Feige was like, mutants, they were like, X-Men! And it was like, nah.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I don't
because it
think
is hard to have the mutants without the X-Men. They're 90% of the population's like escort into the mutant world is through the X-Men, right? And I mean, the X-Men is a wide array of mutants. And
Yeah,
the
exactly.
team has changed as much as the Avengers has over the years.
Yeah. Well, if my theory is correct, that means we wouldn't see your Jubilee, and we went.
Jubilee will be the second
Okay,
mutant announced in the MCU.
Don't worry. In my plan, Jubilee's still there. She hasn't been rescued by Charles yet. And
She doesn't need rescuing.
that's right.
She's powerful.
I feel like, and also because there's also that little detail that like, oh well, Deadpool's coming, but Deadpool's more like X-Force, and I think they're still trying to like decode how that's gonna happen. And unless it's like the incursion and he just winds up in our universe, but it's still not X-Men. And so I'm like, with people that are like, please do Jean Grey again, please do this again, I just don't think we're gonna be doing it.
I think it's gonna be a minute, and I think I said this before too. This is time for Alpha Flight to take the lead.
Yeah.
Explain.
Let Canada lead the way here.
Let our Canadian brothers and
Alpha
sisters.
Flight is the Canadian X-Men. Let them be in charge. Wolverine was on Alpha Flight
Captain
for a hot
Canuck,
minute.
right? Isn't that the one?
Sasquatch is
Yeah.
on there. North Star's on there.
Listen, I
Got
grew
some
up on the
great
border.
mutants.
Alpha Flight, we're in good hands with Alpha Flight, okay? Canadians are much more welcoming than some of our American neighbors. We just don't like to say it out loud.
Right. I mean, you bringing up X-Force is interesting because that could be a way to
But we already
get into
did it.
Yeah,
And the
but
second, you think they would want to do it again for the Disney?
they want to do it right this time. You know what I'm
I
talking
liked
about?
it.
You know what I'm
Did you
talking
guys,
about?
Did people not like the second Deadpool?
Deadpool? I like the second.
I
Deadpool.
loved it. Well, I think I liked it because I loved Domino.
Right.
And I loved what they did with Domino.
Oh, yeah, she was great.
I mean, I think they're gonna say all that stuff separate, different universes, blah blah
Oh,
blah.
he's
Like
gonna do it
Deadpool Deadpool can just hop around now where he
I
wants.
love that comic.
That's actually Spider-Man in that universe.
Yeah, right.
Bad
I mean,
boy.
I would say that like modern audiences, right? Most of them are familiar with the X-Men based on like the '90s Claremont run, whether through the comic books or through the very popular show, which they're rebooting to do X-Men '97. You know, if you go back and you read the old X-Men stuff, it's a little silly, a little goofy, a little Golden Age, Silver Age shenanigans going on. But one thing you always had with them, with the mutants, even when like mutants were like being made aware to the public, was there was always like a history involved. What I would really like the MCU to do is be like, no, there haven't really been mutants. We kind of talked about this last week. Like, let's meet a young Charles Xavier now, a young Magneto now. Not like they've been around in the background for 60
But
years.
they're just getting started.
Just let it just start happening now. But you bring up a good point that we might not have the X-Men for like a very long time.
I don't think we're gonna get it for a long time. What my original theory was how when Coy was on earlier, he brought up this situation. What I think everyone knows is that like X-Men was a reflection to like civil rights and people that are just minorities and being oppressed, and they completely are. And I think that would be, if we want to translate that to today, we should be taking it from like Monica and Kamala, who are brown girls from New Jersey. A brown girl is dealing with so much. So I think like that reflects more from these MCU characters or Marvel characters than it does with the old X-Men, because unfortunately the old X-Men were a lot of white people. So it's in the movies. So I think I think they're also keeping that in mind. That's like, hey, if it mimics this, we have like Watchmen on HBO that deals with it. We have Lovecraft Country that deals with it. These shows are very topical. I think to do that, you have to pull from what we already have in the Marvel universe and the Marvel comics, which is like, get the actual people that are oppressed in the show and put them into the X-Men gene. But that was originally what I was thinking when I came up with this. I don't want anyone yelling at me. Do you guys think that they'll just declare Inhumans and Mutants the same thing?
We have discussed this on a number of panel shows on this channel recently, I feel like, or at least one. And I go back to this point that I don't know why I look at you, Brandon, because you
Look at me. Look at me.
produced them. Witness me!
Witness me!
But shiny and chrome. I think it goes back to the almighty dollar. There is money to be made in Inhumans. There is money to be made in Mutants. If you keep them separate, you can make two different properties. You can sell two different kinds of toys. You can sell two different kinds of comic books. You can sell two different kinds of advertising on two different kinds of movies. And it's twice as nice.
I think that's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's a good deal, baby. I take that deal. I take that deal.
Selena are throwing something in the chat, which I think is interesting. They say, I say bring AIM. Bring back the idea of AIM. Advanced idea mechanics or whatever.
We're talking about the yellow.
The yellow, the MODOK world, right? We had a little tease of it in Iron Man 3.
And isn't Moon Knight the guy Richard? What's his name? Wasn't he affiliated with AIM?
Oh,
am I making something up?
There was an Easter egg in Black Widow, no? Of AIM?
Thanks, God.
Anyways,
Thanks, Jesus.
bringing back AIM and having maybe they're involved somehow. Maybe they're involved with it.
They could do that,
The idea that mutants and Inhumans are somehow linked in a weird way. Maybe there were Inhuman experiments done by the Kree hundreds of years ago, and that laid the foundation for the mutations that we're seeing now. They've been buried in our genetic code. Something crazy like that. Or have the Inhumans and mutants fight. Have the world say, we'll only take one of you.
Would you
kill each other?
Would you prefer them to be two separate things? Or do you because there's a difference between like I prefer this and what's easier for the Marvel Cinematic Studios to do.
I get what you're saying, and like in this world where Disney is making shows and movies, you can have both. And I think this idea is it can exist in the comics because there's so much and it's so spread out. When you look at the fact that like they are only able to tell stories through screen time and that's very limited, and when you add it all up, it might be confusing, but they don't appear to be afraid to confuse people.
No.
Because they keep bringing up these ideas in every movie and every show that are similar, but like a touch to the side, like this whole Nord dimension thing. Yeah. It's like yet another dimension, another weird kind of thing we've had to kind of wrap our heads around.
Isn't that kind of the dirty secret of comics in general, is that everything is basically a riff on something else that has become popular? Like DC and Marvel did it to each other for years. It would come out with this character, and the DC would have this character, then Marvel would create this character as a direct competition to like, you know, or kind of a play on it. And it's basically copyright infringement, but it's not because you make them a different color suit and a slightly different power set. And it's like, and even inside of the comic book labels in Marvel and DC, they rip each other off because they're not all written by the same person. Yeah. You know, in the beginning when they were, you know, it was Kirby and Stan Lee, but now it's like there's thousands of people who write comics. So of course there's going to be some you know, slightly similar things, and inevitably make it confusing to watch.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I said no thanks.
Yeah, I also think they lay a lot of these terms and introduce these new concepts to kind of give themselves outs.
Yeah. Right.
And, you know, just kind of lay the Jinn, the Nord dimension, ancestral plane, sandy place that Moon Knight drove in the boat.
Moon Knight, sandy beaches.
You know, like these all things that they're like, we introduced it, so if we need it to, you know, jump out of a hole, we can go back and revisit that.
Yeah,
so.
I think we can just, I think what to expect, maybe not, but this is what I believe in, is that they're going to start bringing in more characters for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, call them mutants, or even what they could do is take people that are technically mutants, like Squirrel Girl, and throw her in, and we could just be like, oh yeah, because she's new to both. Like she wasn't in the X-Men franchise and she wasn't in this, so we can just bring her in. So maybe there are X-Men characters that we didn't see in X-Men that can show up in the MCU, and that'd be cool, and they'll be mutants. But more, I think they're just going to keep bringing out people that are already in the MCU and be like, they're mutants. Like, Monica will be the next one. Monica will be just like, this is, I'm a mutant.
You think they'll try and say someone like Clint Barton or Kate Bishop is a mutant when like they weren't ever in the comics?
What does Kate do that would warrant her being a mutant?
I think having like perfect aim.
Oh yeah, just like consistently.
They're like Clint and Natasha. They're always considered like peak humans, right? Like they don't have a genetic mutation, but they are operating at peak human.
Peak human.
They're the best of the best.
Yeah,
they're highly trained.
I think that's where it's gonna start going. Like they're just gonna be like popping up now, and then you're like, oh, like how Voss said, it's like during Captain Marvel, you don't know who's a Skrull and who's not.
Right.
So I think it's just like, this is now we're going to start noticing there's going to be a lot more in the MCU.
I mean, I just don't want the like, oh, there's been a highly organized team operating.
I agree. It makes
in the shadows. Like that's my thing with like Fantastic Four. If you're going to say they've been here since the 60s, where have they been?
Right.
Like they never got involved in anything? Like I don't know about that.
Do you think they're going to, well,
like the Eternals.
Yeah. Well, but the Eternals they're useless robots that don't care about us, okay?
Yeah.
They never cared about us.
So do you think...
Only the one guy.
No, not even him.
Not even
come
him.
on, the guy, the
short guy?
No, the little guy, Barry Keogh.
With the bowl cut.
Yeah, him, the one that plays the Joker.
Oh yeah, yeah. So do you think that? Oh sure.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. So, anyways, do you think? So you don't want the mutants to just be?
I don't want them to have been in the
60s?
background doing...
So what, you want them to come during the incursions, or do you want them to come during this multiverse?
They can just start getting mutations now, but don't tell me there's a guy with a costume who's been running around doing stuff and no one thought to bring it up.
Yeah, like Cyclops was like, wait, Thanos? Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, so the powers come through when they're going through puberty or when they're stressed. So what if it's someone that went through puberty but never been stressed, and then they're stressed?
That explains why my powers haven't come yet.
But they've just never like manifested themselves.
So they come later in life. Everyone changes. Their body's different. Kamala is still 16. She's 16.
Like that,
I don't know her age. Stop looking at me like that.
Yeah, you were saying that you were pretty sure she was 16, right?
No,
yeah.
She's getting a driver's test, so she's got to be at least 16.
Yeah, so there's a lot of 16-year-olds that are probably just now getting their powers, or late bloomers that are like 19. Either way, I'm sorry to bring this X-Men not coming for 12 years. I'll be dead by then. No, it's the truth. I'll be dead by then. I also put that I just think this is how they're going to confirm it for a little bit going forward.
This is what I want to know.
Is Are they gonna do the '90s, the
music,
the riff?
Like when does that? Yeah, when does
it?
that get old?
No, they're gonna do it for every MCU character that is found out. When we find out in the Marvels that Monica is a mutant,
Yeah. I want it to get longer every time.
Just by the end, finally, when Jubilee shows up at the arcade, it goes full.
This is the full song.
When I was talking to people about Jubilee, they were like, "Oh, it's probably mine." Beep beep. When I was talking to people about Jubilee, they were like, "The girl with the fireworks."
Yeah,
that
they're called
one.
plasmoids. People
Yeah,
get with
Brandon
that.
the one.
loves her.
That's
Brandon
the one.
is obsessed with her.
I do love that they are using that little stinger right now because like we don't trust them at all. And,
You
like,
have to.
We never know when they're lying to us. We don't know if Bruno knows what he's talking about. He just said the word mutation. He's not a scientist. That's
true.
He's a kid.
They just got that iPad with all the thermo stuff on it.
Yeah.
I love that he has so much access to anything.
Speaking of access,
super
that's
good.
a great time to talk about our friends today at Better Health. I want to talk about access. I want to thank them for sponsoring the Breakroom this week. Personally, I recently decided to seek out some therapy. I have some stressful news. Made me rethink the way I cope with things. It might not just be 3 pints of ice cream. Life is full of twists and turns, and it's important to show up for yourself through it all, guys. BetterHelp Online Therapy will assess your needs and can match you with your own licensed professional therapist in less than 48 hours. I can speak to this because I did literally sign up for it last week, and it literally took less than 48 hours to match me with a therapist who I now have my first appointment with later this week. Time to fix this, huh? We're getting started, guys. It's a long way. Rome wasn't built in a day, and my brain will not be uneffed in a long weekend. I've started and stopped therapy many times in my adult life. That's true. Getting back started with BetterHelp, it was very easy. I can't recommend it enough. I am a very lazy person. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Trust me. If I can recognize I need a little bit of extra help, and I can go to a website and fill something out very quickly and create a profile, but still feel like they understand enough about me, any one of you can do this. I promise you. If you are struggling and you need to talk to someone, BetterHelp is a quick and easy way to try therapy for the first time or jump back in those therapeutic waters. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional therapy done securely online. It's available to people worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your therapist. Again, I've already done this. It's so easy. I got a quick response. You can schedule weekly video or phone sessions. So you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. If you're not like me and demand to be seen. If you don't get camera ready for your therapy with full pancake makeup and kabuki robes appropriating cultures that are not your own. Getting into therapy every week is as easy as a few clicks on your laptop or phone. And guess what? You'll be shocked to hear, but I'm not just reading this for my health. They have a special offer for our breakers, our roomies, you trash pandas. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/breakroom. That's right, even the trash bags get 10% off your first month online therapy at betterhelp.com/breakroom. Now, that may have been heavy for some of you. You may not like the fact that I was speaking a little seriously. Well, guess what? It's not all serious. Sometimes it's fun. It's time for mandatory fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boo!
Right.
Boo!
Boo to the mandatory fun. That's right. It's the segment so nice. We only play the graphic once on Mondays. Psych, hit it again! Yes.
Absolutely
Play my
disgusting.
graphic.
I fell for it.
Yeah, you guys fell for it. You were sleeping. Hit it again!
No.
Yes. All right. Just 3. We got to build to something this week, okay? It can't all be about me. $20 more till we get Jessica shoving marshmallows in her mouth.
Jessica
guys.
wants to play Chubby Bunny.
Cheaper than her OnlyFans, guys. Come on, $20.
If you bring up me in this again,
You volunteered this information.
Inappropriate.
Don't make me the bad guy here. You don't get to play with the matches, then get upset when you get burned. Anyway, we all heard the rumor that Steven Spielberg was maybe going to direct Fantastic Four, and it leaked out in a Comic-Con announcement, and guess what? It was one big fake out. That was hard to read, and there's no excuse because I'm the one who wrote it. In honor of fake leaks, and freak-a-leaks, quite frankly, I want you all to give me your best fake leaked Comic-Con announcements, okay? We're all doing fake leaks, but this is a competition, and it will be decided by both the chat, we'll get to vote,
Okay.
and I will have a vote myself. The winner of this contest with the best fake leak coming out will have their very own exclusive 4-minute panel at Comic-Con on Monday if we raise the money.
You're assuming that you're really all in on Comic-Con.
Oh, no. I mean, I just listen. It's like giving away money I don't have yet.
Okay.
4 minutes to say whatever you want at Comic-Con. By the way, we have $80. So not impressed, everyone. We haven't even gotten to one chubby bunny yet. I bought so many marshmallows from CVS today that I could have made my own Stay Puft Marshmallow Man cosplay. And instead, everybody said, you know what?
It
Keep our
is
hands in
true.
our
These
pockets.
are off-brand marshmallows.
No, the scariest part.
These are actually called Harshmallows. And they're the opposite of edibles. They make you, it's a night of horror.
Comic-Con,
It's like crocodile.
Comic-Con is going to be bigger than Spider Monday, I think.
Yeah, that's
It's going to dwarf the
wait a
Spider Monday
second.
number.
Elijah Bowser just hit
Hey.
us. I believe their second contribution today. Elijah, we owe you. Wow, 2 different contributions. So this segment is thanks to Elijah Bowser. We thank you so much. It's time for Chubby Bunny. Let's see.
Do I have a trash can?
Oh, we don't know. We got to see who they're going to vote for.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to vote.
Please vote for Jessica.
Please vote for
Do it.
Jessica.
Please vote for Tom.
These marshmallows.
Tommy's been craving.
And
his
reminder,
look great.
these are Chubby Bunny confessions. So we will be confessing something as we are playing Chubby Bunny. Now,
I am you guys know all of the things I've done on this show.
it's not a confession about something you did on the show. It's something you did in the past.
No,
you know?
that's what we do. I told them we did our parents' basement.
Yep.
I shoplifted some dude wipes the other day. Not a sponsor of the show, but they could be. I didn't mean to. I just accidentally didn't scan them. All right, now, dude wipes, don't call in.
Do we want to do a fake?
Yeah, I'm going to do
Comic-Con?
my first fake
Okay,
leak.
okay. This is a fake Comic-Con.
Yeah.
The big one is this week.
And this is
weekend.
crazy. You guys know my relationship with Brian Henson is on again, off again. We're pretty rocky, but
Yeah.
We're pretty guys.
B. Henson and we chopped it up on Saturday. We got together on our jet skis and we cruised out in Marina Del Rey.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
We did what we like to call the Satan's lap.
Yeah,
That's where
we
we
go by the power plant where
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, we go
washing
right-
out
yeah.
all that nuclear.
We
stuff.
spin around the power plant. We drink an 18-pack of Coors Banquet beer. Jess, you won the Chubby Bunny Challenge. I'm going to finish my leak, and then we'll begin, okay? So, or you'll just start right now.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just eating one.
Okay, no, it's your show. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my God,
We'll
do
pause.
not do
We'll
that.
pause
Do
once
your-
again
do
in
your
the mandatory
Comic-Con.
fun segment. I won't finish my thing so that Jessica can have all attention on her. Go ahead. Confession.
You guys, you remember when he said, I bully him?
Lean into it, Jessica. Be the villain.
I don't like being the villain.
Be the bad guy.
I don't want to be the bad guy.
Do we have to count? How do we?
I'm trying to think of like something I haven't told you guys. I'm an open book.
That is true.
I'll tell you one that is a crime.
Yeah, tell us the
Yeah,
crime.
confess to a crime.
When I was 17 years old, I didn't have my license yet,
Oh, boy.
and my friend's mom just got over a breakup, and she was having a really hard time.
I love
And
where this
so-
is going.
We took her car.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, really stick the knife in deep.
We got oatmeal, like an Quaker oatmeal box, and put milk, mustard, mayonnaise,
Oh.
jelly, a bunch of stuff in it. We were like, let's drive to this house.
Oh, boy.
Oh, to the ex's house.
Oh, the exercise.
Okay.
So we drove to the ex's house.
Uh-huh.
And when we got there,
Uh-huh.
we poured it all over his car.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, it
This kind of feels like
hardened.
snacking on marshmallows more than...
It got, well, I want to tell the story. And then it got hard, and
Okay.
it ruined his car. And then the mom was like, who did that? And me and Kendall were like, oh, Mom.
No.
Don't push
All right.
it.
All right,
Don't
that's
push
enough.
That's a great job.
That's enough.
Bunny.
Great job.
I think that was 7. I think if I was keeping
Wow.
track. Do not
She said she's offered to keep going, but
not
for this, we love you too much. Please don't die.
I will
Just-
literally die.
Yeah.
You're my new favorite vigilante, Jessica. I
Yeah.
love this story.
This was great.
We didn't plant a bucket, John. We didn't plant a bucket, John.
Run away if you have to. Oh, there's a cute little.
Oh, there's a little lipstick mark on that.
We're actually
bunny.
going to sell that marshmallow with Jessica's
my
lipstick
gosh.
stain on it on our.
the highest bidder.
site.
Yeah,
All right,
thank
come
you.
on. We need another 100 so we can keep doing this challenge. I gotta see Eric get involved, or hell, maybe I'll confess to a certain thing I did once that would be punishable by
Thank
death.
you, Drew. That bowl's not big enough, John.
Okay,
God,
now I'm gonna go back. So I was doing what we call the Satan's Lap in Marina Del Rey, right around the power plant. That's where you speed around in your jet ski. You can't go lower than 40 miles an hour. You crush an 18-pack of Coors Banquet beer. Hamson and I, let's just put it this way. At one point, I was straddling him on his jet ski. We were towing mine, and he whispered in my ear, Tarantino's rebooting Fraggles.
Oh.
And I said, what? He said, you heard me. Tarantino is doing an R-rated version of Fraggle Rock. He said the Dozers are not just going to they're not just going to take it laying down this time, if you know what I mean.
They're going to get
All right?
medieval.
Yeah, it's going to be nasty. And there will be, and I have been told that Marcellus Wallace's briefcase will be returning as a through line in the Tarantino cinematic universe.
Love it.
That's my leak.
The Fraggles, they eat the things that Dozers
Yeah,
build,
that's right. And guess
they
what?
taste delicious.
It ain't going to go so well for them this time.
Oh, ain't gonna go so well. Okay, well, that might be true. I think it's specious. I think Henson was wasted on his jet ski and was just talking out of his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But here's something that is true. This is confirmed. I have a very good...
Keep going.
I have a very good friend who worked the secret wedding of a little Ben Affleck.
Wow.
And Jennifer Lopez over the weekend.
Did that really happen?
It did happen. They got married. She's taken his name.
Wow.
Jennifer Lynn Affleck.
That's right. But Affleck, after this wedding, it's really changed his mind. He's returning to the Batman franchise.
Wow.
Love it.
But in this next Affleck-Batfleck film, okay, he will be playing, Ben Affleck will be playing Batman, but he will also be playing the Joker. He's going to play his own Joker. I know it sounds crazy.
Double duty.
But the most important part of all of this, that's big news right there,
It's huge news.
is that J-Lo Affleck will be playing Harley Quinn.
Whoa.
My goodness.
Fascinating
That's
stuff.
a good one.
That's devastating.
Keeping it in the family.
Yeah.
That's so much money.
You got it.
Coming
That's
to that new
right into
couple.
their pockets. Right into their pockets.
Well, you
Direct.
know,
Can you believe it?
I heard
What'd you
because
do?
I'm in casting, so I hear crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
This is
all
actually
the
true.
time.
So this is she
I
does
hear
work
crazy
in
stuff all the
casting, yeah.
time. So, you know, they're coming out with the Blue's Clues movie.
Yes.
Where they're all like, they're bringing all the generations
Uh-huh.
of Steves back. Well, they're not all Steves, but they're bringing them back. I heard for the movie that they're also going to be bringing in their parents. So yeah, so because
Blue's parents?
not the dog, not the dog. No, the Steve, and the newest Steve, which I think his name is Josh. It's hard because I was casting Steve, not the newest one.
Gotcha.
Al Pacino's playing the father.
No
Ooh,
kidding.
The father of,
Pacino.
oh, okay. Does Steve canonically live at home, or is he out on his own?
He's out on his own, lives alone.
Lives alone.
Lives alone on his own.
With a dog.
But yes, with his dog. But his dad for the movie is going to be played by Al Pacino, and the narrator is Giancarlo Esposito.
Here's the mallet never fails to make me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I scream and wail, it's mail time! And your head's all the way up it!
A great Heat reference for all you kids out there.
Yeah.
Check out Heat if you haven't seen it.
It's a good one.
Happy 28th birthday to the movie.
Is he 28 years old?
It's probably older than that.
That's
not.
95.
No, it's
95,
not.
So it's 27.
Yeah.
It's a little bit younger.
We're all racing towards death.
Yeah.
At breakneck speed.
Okay.
Do you have any?
I
do you
have a
any
leak.
secret leaks?
I have a leak that's coming out of Comic-Con. I can't wait to see this news officially get released this weekend at Comic-Con. But I heard from a little Hollywood birdie that they are rebooting none other than Beetlejuice.
Whoa!
Beetlejuice!
A reboot.
Beetlejuice is a reboot of Beetlejuice
Okay.
coming, and it's going to be starring none other than everyone's favorite white man,
Okay.
Bryan Cranston.
Whoa!
Bryan Cranston playing
Bryan Cranston
Beetlejuice.
Bryan
in the
Cranston is not everyone's
2024
favorite white man.
I like that they're like
Mine,
a
therefore
guy
I
as
assume
old
he's
as Michael.
everyone's favorite white man.
Is Keaton making an appearance in this film?
He might.
He might. As Batman?
No.
Oh, okay.
As the role that Alec Baldwin
Baldwin.
plays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna be the
okay.
husband.
He's gonna be the
It
husband.
took me a
this
while to
time.
dig out that name. For
Oh,
him.
okay. He's gonna be.
It'll be his
the husband.
good big redemption comeback.
Oh, okay.
From that little snafu with the desert back in the day. Yeah.
We've forgiven him. Maybe not. It's not his fault. Is it his fault? We'll never
There's a
know.
reason I didn't say he was my favorite white man.
Oh, there's a reason I didn't say it. Mine is. Oh wait, nope. He's probably.
It's hard to have a favorite.
Vote in the chat right now.
Well,
about
Tommy's
your
pretty
favorite
good.
announcer.
Yes! Tommy's the favorite white
Tommy's
boy.
pretty good. We've had some good polls we ran today. We asked, which are you more excited for? Dune 2 or Peter Dinklage in the Hunger Games?
Dune 2.
69%
Routed
said
him.
Dune 2. Nice.
Wow, nice.
69. Do you think Cameron had more of a sinister agenda? No, I believe him in this interview. 60%. That sounds like a hostage said that.
Blink twice if you're okay.
Are you okay out there?
That was, yeah.
Do you think Kamala being a mutant is better than her being an Inhuman? 77% said mutant. I think we're all more happy with how the mutants have turned out overall than the Inhumans. And should we hear the 90s X-Men riff every time someone is declared a mutant, or would that get old? 69% of you said every time.
You guys, we got 10 minutes left, and I gotta say, someone else has to do the Chubby Bunny Challenge. Figure out a way to get there, guys. Even if I have to donate the last 20 myself, if we get to 180, we'll do it.
If 100 of you donate $1, we'd get there.
That's right. If everybody just starts donating $1 now, we get there easy.
We've had some great super chats today. Here for the Cookies, sent in a super chat saying, Jess, please don't die. It's bad for your health.
Or good for it.
I can't wait for
What if my
the...
health is already bad?
Yeah. I can't wait for the sweet embrace of death. Elijah Bowser
Brandon.
saying separating mutants and Inhumans are better and they share the same concepts of powers. The difference is how the powers activate. Miss Marvel's powers activated because of the bangle. What if these trinkets are how into it? Like, so every mutant's gonna need like a trinket to get it out in some weird way.
That's fun.
I don't want my
Like a bunch
to be
of
like a
port
brooch.
keys.
That's a big tie-in for Claire's, I think. If Claire's jewelry can get in on this.
You can get your ears pierced and get mutant powers.
Don't go to Claire's.
Don't go to Claire's. Don't go anywhere where they use a gun. Use a guy who has a...
I actually got my Prince Albert at Claire's.
Oh.
I'm sorry, no, by a man named Claire.
By a man named
Oh,
Claire.
wonderful.
You did go to Claire's.
E. Claire.
You did
He's
go,
a baker.
You did go to Claire's and take your penis out, though.
I
That
did.
is true.
I have whipped it out in Claire's a few times.
Thomas.
What? Give me the marshmallows then if you want me to
I
stifle.
don't want.
I need $67 more if you want me to cover this up, okay? Otherwise, they're just confessions.
Alpaca, great name, had a super chat. Get Mobius and Loki on a jet ski in season 2. If they do not do the jet ski, that show's done to me.
Yeah.
John Lee said in a super chat, how many of you guys are going to be at Comic-Con? Will you guys have any shows after Marvel's panel on Saturday? I don't think... Are you going to be there?
I'm not gonna be there.
I'm not.
Who wants to buy me a ticket? Super chat. You.
I will say.
Philip Molina's going to be wandering around down there.
That's true.
If you get eyes on Philip, send him a go.
I would just say, as a general shill for the company, I can't be at Comic-Con this year because I'm officiating a wedding. But we are in plans and having conversations about having a much bigger comic convention presence moving forward. WonderCon, Comic-Con next year. LA Comic-Con, and maybe a Comic-Con near you. If you speak loudly enough, we'll come on down there and do our thing. Maybe the Breakroom will do a live show at your convention. You just got to let us know. I
got invited, if you guys are going, to Crunchyroll Expo. I have a press pass for that, and Emerald City Comic-Con in Seattle in August.
Not bad.
So if you're going there, you can come harass me.
Archer also sent in a super chat saying, shout out from the 716. Thank you for being you. Hair and all.
Bills Mafia, baby.
Oh, I thought the 716 was a different universe.
716 is Buffalo, baby. Josh Allen, here we go. We're so close.
That's the Buffalo universe. That's the universe where they actually win championships in Buffalo. Wouldn't that be nice for them?
That was so
Wouldn't
good.
that be a nice one?
I hate that was good. I'm more hurt now than anything.
Hey, we have a Discord, and you should join it because we've started taking voice questions on our Discord. Is the technology possible? I think we have one. Can we give it a shot? I think this is from Here for the Cookies.
I heard John.
So my question is, the last time we saw Thor before Love and Thunder was at the end of Endgame when he still had a prosthetic eye. And somehow, in Love and Thunder, he has his natural blue eye grown back. Are we supposed to assume that it just regenerated? And if so, why did Odin's eye never regenerate? Thanks. Love the show. Thank you guys for doing what you do.
Oh, thank you, Here for the Cookies. I really hope you heard that at the home audience. Otherwise, it was just us sitting here still for 30 seconds. Yep. This is a question of Thor's eye, okay? Obviously, it was orange when he got the prosthetic. Now it's blue again. So there's a couple options here. One, he got a blue eye. Like, just picked one up while they were driving around in space, right? That makes sense. Maybe Two, his real eye grew back, maybe.
As
Gordian health powers.
As Gordian.
Now, that would be disturbing, I think, when it's first happening and it's like a tiny little pea. I just imagine it growing.
It's like when Deadpool was had the baby body.
Yeah, we had the baby legs or whatever. Now, with Odin, I did look up this a little bit. So Odin, in both the comics and in Norse mythology, has always had that eye patch. And the reason for this is he sacrifices his eye so he can learn about Ragnarok from some soothsayer, so that he's ready for it.
Yes, Edward A. Hall just asked that.
So he knows what's going to go down, right? Now, in the first Thor, if you recall, Odin, we see the battle with the Frost Giants. Odin's got both of his eyes. Post-battle, I saw that. He's down an eye. Post-battle.
Well, I got good news. That Marshmallow Bowl is about to come into play.
Oh, baby, Jenny Davis.
So close.
My stomach hurts because I've just been eating them.
Well, you spit a bunch of them back into a bowl. I saw.
I'm gonna go back and eat those after.
So Odin, like in the comics and in Norse mythology, he donated, sacrificed his eye so he could have this knowledge. Yeah. The eye actually like comes back in the comics as like its own sentient kind of being in a very creepy way. But in the movies, they just didn't explain it. He's in this battle with the Frost Giants. Some sort of weapon does some sort of damage that causes the eye to be gone post-battle. We don't know how it happens, and it just stays that way. I don't know why Odin never healed. Do you think Thor healed, or do you think he just got a blue eye?
I thought he healed.
You thought he healed?
I also didn't really pay too much attention to his eye. I was too busy looking at that butt.
Oh my God.
I was too busy looking at that back.
Jessica in the theaters kept yelling, "Rewind it!"
I said, "Who's up there in the booth?
Hit pause!
Bring it back!"
She's in the rumble seat. She's like,
She was in the rumble seat doing the Weekend at Bernie's the whole time. Now, we are at another Chubby Bunny, and we've got very limited time, so let's hit that poll real quick to see who will be Chubby Bunny confessing. If we could, please, Dodson, my dear.
a couple other super chats.
And then someone have the balls to donate $100 in the last minute so that we can do this twice. I freaking dare you.
Jonathan sent out a super chat saying, do you think the MCU will draw more from Dawn of X instead of giving us another intro to X-Men like past movies? Dawn of X, was that the post-House of M stuff? I'm getting all my X-Men storylines confused. I think that was like when they all started coming back, because after House of M, no New Mutants were born for a while. Then a New Mutant got born. They sent her to the future with Cable, and then she grew up and she came back and she was like Scott Summers' kid. You guys remember all these fun events, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Rachel, I think her name was Rachel, if I recall.
Someone else has to go in.
I'm not actually
in the
eating
times
it.
yeah, but you're like spitting into
I'm not
the marshmallow
spitting
bowl.
into it.
You're whispering into it.
I'm whispering at you.
Do we know anything about COVID around here? How am I wrong when you're face deep in the community marshmallow bowl?
I'm sorry.
How am I the bad guy?
Oh my God. I wish we weren't wearing the same shirt.
I just want us to be us
These couples
again.
quarrels are doing great things.
Clearly.
For our fans.
This is great TV for everyone.
Jared B. wondering if anyone's going to be at Fan Expo Boston.
Oh. Maybe get MT to go.
We'll make MT go. You can say hi to MT hanging around there. Jofi had sent in a super chat asking, when's the next time we see Kate Bishop?
Ooh.
We have talked about this a little bit. I think we were thinking Echo. Echo. Maybe She-Hulk. Maybe she got in a little legal trouble.
She could buy her way out of it, though. I think she
No,
could find
you
one.
That
already
institutional
scolded
family
her.
money.
Like this
I
in the
get
bowl.
it, and now
Tommy,
I'm
you got to
not.
do Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
The people demanded
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
it. You got to tell a story also.
Let me tell you something right now. I haven't always been the good guy you see on this show. There was a time in my life when I was committing crimes and stealing limes. Let me think about something pretty bad that I've done, because I've done a lot of really bad stuff. Probably the worst thing
You got to keep putting them in your
that I
mouth.
ever did was steal my mom's minivan and load up a bunch of those super soakers, also stolen from Kmart.
A lot of Grand Theft Auto. in
So
this
much
story.
stolen stuff.
It was water. And then we call people's sisters and tell them that their brother was in trouble, so they come out in the front lawn. And then we open the door
To kidnap him?
and light them up. Drive-by. Drive-by style. And we just soak them
We'd soak them.
with water. It was not nice.
Good job, Tommy.
Yeah, that's a chubby
I
money.
think that was five mellows by my count. Jessica bested you, I think.
I don't need them.
I think you've been bested. Yeah, Kate Bishop, She-Hulk.
Probably
I
it.
say.
Yeah, okay.
You guys also liked my fake Comic-Con announcement. Too bad it was real.
Yeah.
Get ready. You were mean to Ben Affleck as
and-
Batman, and now he's coming back.
And congratulations. You
I get a panel?
You now have a 4-minute panel at Comic-Con if, which we are on pace, we raise $1,000 this week.
That's true. Some say I won, some say I lost. You know, either way, I gotta do Comic-Con, baby. We thank you all for joining us for this Monday on the Break Room.
Freaky Monday.
We hope your Monday is going well, as our Monday has gone. We'll be here all week, live from our very own Break Room. When we're not having a break, we do the show. Be sure to tune in all week. Thank you, Eric, for being here today. Tommy, Jessica, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit us up on Discord. Send in some voice messages. We'll be doing those all week. Check out our TikTok, _Breakroom. And be sure to have a great rest of your day. We love you. We appreciate you. Later, skaters. We'll see you guys. Bye, Breakers.
Keep it Gucci to
Bye. Keep it Gucci to Moochie.